Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with Overwatch. Now guys, if you didn't see my video last week, I 100% recommend going and checking it out. It's been one of my better performing videos, which does indicate to me that people do want to see Overwatch, and they kind of prefer it in video format, so I will do odd Overwatch videos here and there. There will be one this week. But yeah, so guys, Overwatch is updated, and this is the new Overwatch menu, and I am going to quickly get a few widgets out of the way first. First of all, we're going to have a quick look at... First of all, we'll have a quick look at the shop. And they've got an on-sale selection now, a seasonal thing, and a mythic. So far, yeah, like all these. I did get the starter pack, and then just go for the 20 level boosted thing. But there's the Hello Kitty and Friends Mega Bundle. Not my cup of tea, like, not something like... Yeah, Kirikou kind of looks... But... Juno's willingly doesn't look too bad. Neither is Lucio's. I think Widow's kind of looks funny and kind of weirdly suits her. If you take the Hello Kitty out of it and then go completely from shooting it over to the other extreme level of it, I think it does suit her in that way. Divas is okay, and I mean, to be fair, I was not fussed about a legendary skin from Mercy being good. But yeah, they're on the store for a couple of weeks, which does just indicate to me that the skins will be getting updated every 2 weeks. The shop even. Then the base level stuff. And the mythic. Now, what I scrolled down and I first saw and I was like, okay, why is Doomfist one here? That was literally just last season. If anything, it should be Junkrat and Lifeweaver. And if they're going to go for any, I personally think they should have gone for Junkrat. Now, these... I don't actually think they look too bad. But again, they're basically just alternative aspects of, like, the gold and black, and then, like, the more prevalent skins. They're basically just another option for that. Although, I do think that does look really cool, and to me, this is a really cool Mercy skin. And, actually, 50 isn't stupid. So, the mythics, I think, are back to being at normal prices. I think. 100 for 61 isn't too stupid. I wish it was about... Personally, I'd be fine paying, say, 45 to say 50 quid for 100. And, like, say 30 quid for 50. And then I think, like, the 30 and, like, I think 10... I think basically a quid per one is fine. And I think 30 for 20 is more than reasonable. It's just these two, I think, I think that's overpriced by about 10-15 quid. I think that's barely overpriced, but I think it's kind of fine. 30-something quid, I don't think it's too horrible for that. If it was too close to that, then it would be... But again, their incentive is always this. Because you want 50, well, in that case, you'd have to spend out... If you want specifically 15, you want to get the 50 bundle, you have to spend 20 quid. You'd have to spend 40 quid. That's kind of... And if you want the 100, and you want to buy the 100, you'd have to spend 60, like almost 70 quid. When in reality, you can do that. That always seems like the better deal. The more expensive one does. But I overall do like the skin. And... so it's called Dawn, which kind of does look nice. Honestly, that's probably what colour I'm going to go for her skin. And I don't think I've ever said this, but I honestly do believe Mercy's Mythic should be Angel inspired. She's the equivalent of the closest thing when it comes to an angel in this game. Her whole thing is you won't die. She revives you when you're dead. Now, why I opened 2 loot boxes, because I've not opened them yet. I will quickly say, guys, one thing Overwatch has done that slightly annoys me, oh, that's kind of cool, is I've been saying for the last couple of seasons, and one thing, a couple of the one slight annoyance, which I didn't expect, I should have, is give me a second, just need to get used to this. The ranked games are reset now. Literally last week, I'd finished doing my damage games. Okay, so kind of more easier just to get into roll queue for top 500, but you'd be doing it for one more Pacific spot for 500 less. If you were going to try and do top 500, because if that, like, top 500 challenges is like 2,000 score to get there, I'd recommend doing it in open queue. You'd have more of a standing, and it's a slightly different game, open queue to roll queue. But my one complaint is, guys, right above where the one set of the currency is usually where your gold points are, where your competitive points that you can buy used to just be gold weapon skins, like the weapon skins. Mine have got down to 0. I don't know why Overwatch has reset them. I think it's a bloody piss take, and it's like one of the most annoying things in the world. When I do cover it all, because I'm not going to cover all this now, I will basically make an additional Overwatch video this week just so I have an additional video for the week. And considering the last one did well, I'm hoping this does too. I will cover more of that then, but it does seriously piss me off. They make, like, I don't spend as much time in COD as I did. If I'd known they would have, I 100%, if I'd known, like, say 2-3 weeks ago, I would have grinded the living hell out of comp, hated myself for doing it, just to get a next gold weapon. Now, it's slightly more easier to basically mark everything, which is nice. Now, the new heroes. I have tested 3 of them. 2 of them in what Overwatch is now, and then 1 back when it was classified as Overwatch 2. And before I do, quickly want to mention, Overwatch have changed how the base Overwatch skins are called. Overwatch, it's just Overwatch now. Now, I saw that and I was like, okay, it's actually going to be a normal Overwatch skin. Overwatch Classic is an Overwatch 1 design. For the most part, I'm still going to refer to them as Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 designs, or Overwatch design and Overwatch 2 design. But, yeah. Another thing, the heroes I've tested is, I have messed around a bit with Iran. I have messed around in games. If you didn't see it, came out. I messed around with a few games in last AOC video. Really fun. I do really enjoy it. I've not looked at none of the new character skins. I messed around with 1 new character in each role. Aram was before today, and then I got a chance to quickly mess around. Didn't spend too much time as the main. Not my type of hero. Her weapon fire feels a bit too slow for me. And already does not have a legendary skin. Kind of annoying. Not the worst thing in the world. And I quite frankly think most of these designs work, and I kind of like how it goes from being a bit... I don't know why she's flying. And, see, you take away the ginormous robot arms, I reckon she would be DPS. This is screaming to me a Doomfist scenario. A DPS character made that was then for Overwatch 2, then put into tank. Although, quite frankly, I do just think the white looks a bit nice. But overall, I don't hate it. I kind of like the blonde streak in her hair and the almost white full jacket. But either way, like, I don't know why that design, like the gold and black arms, don't completely suit me for there. But if her future designs are done more like this, where it's slightly in a bit more, probably won't bug me as much. Also, gonna say now, because should have mentioned when I was whinging, the queue time. I can't remember what video it was. It was one of the Overwatch trailers. I think it might have been potentially the recruitment for Talon. But it was one of the. I think it was the recruitment trailer for Talon. I was watching it and then reading some of the comments, and it's like, hey, anyone else just stuck in a stupid ass queue? And my first thought is, yes. Guys, I'm streaming now, 9:30 UK time. 2 hours ago, I tried to load into Overwatch. Got told I was behind 300 people, which isn't as bad as it used to be. I have been in 20,000 plus queues. I'd full on been like, yeah, no, not playing Overwatch tonight. You'll have to wait until tomorrow. I full on had to put off playing Overwatch for a night just because of the fact of the queue situation. But Overwatch really need to readjust their servers or add more servers. I think back from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, I think at some point they might have downgraded a few. But if they do need to add more. Because I'm sorry, you cannot turn around and say, we are back and chuck everything that everyone ever wanted, because basically this is what we've all wanted for a good while. I'll mention a lot of this in the video. And basically a bunch of people waiting. But yeah, so Domain, not my personal favourite. Also, guys, why they don't show the roles here, and I don't know all the roles because I've not had a proper look. But the thing I was on about is like interior. Basically, they've all been put into sub roles. I will try and show you when jumping into comp, which I would jump into after I've looked at the new heroes. Gonna save my favourite for last, and then I'm gonna go jump into support. But then the other hero I played was Mizidune, and I do really like him. He might become one of my new favourites for support. That's what he looks like under there. Like, I think his Overwatch look is kind of nice. It's one of the base ones I do like. The two heroes I've not played is the other damage character and Jetpack Cat. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna leave him in green. But yeah, I think I do really like him, and he seems like a more secondary support type of support, which I will cover in a second. Now, Jetpack Cat I have seen, and I do think needs to be nerfed. Now, I know I'm saying that instantly, but from what I can tell, a lot of people's big complaints are, you're gonna have, because from what the first thing that I saw when someone mentioned about Jetpack Cat being slightly busted, is Jetpack Cat picking up Bastion, having Mercy damage boost him, and then having Bastion literally in tank mode. Like, guys, back in the good old days of Overwatch, back in like before it came Overwatch 2 and before now, there was a thing called Orisa, Bastion, and Mercy combo. Bastion would set up because his turret at that point was not movable, but it was not time sensitive. It was not an ability he could just switch into that mode at any point. Because they basically took the moving function of his tank from its ult, and then basically made his ult a mortar cannon sort of thing. You'd have Bastion set up on a ledge, you'd have an Orisa shield, then you'd have Mercy damage boosting the Bastion, and the Orisa just sort of covering what Bastion didn't. We're back into a case of two supports full on powering up a Bastion. Except back then it was a triple combo of tank support DPS. Now, you just need this son of a bitch. Although I will say that, I thought I was going to completely dislike Jetpack Cat because, quite frankly, while Jeff and Line and Rivals is kind of cool, it's always kind of been like, why? But quite frankly, I'm down for Jetpack Cat being some random person's Overwatch pet. Then you just, get, bash, Torbjorn and then making him a battle jetpack thing. Or just making one and him nicking it. Well, something I want to know is, what if it's called weapons? That's its gold, so it turns half his jetpack gold. I kind of would have preferred if they'd fully done it. I think it would have been potentially easier too. Now, one I do really like is Crimson Wolf, which does bug me. Because I'm going to quickly go, guys, because Reaper was my first gold weapon. They don't look half bad. Granted, I think they look nicer in gold, but they don't look half bad. I'm tempted to go from collecting gold weapons to having a weapon skin for all of them. Well, colour thing for them, but yeah. Jetpack Hack, I do think, has a similar bit like annoyance to Because like Weaver can pull and all that lot, Jetpack can just pick people up. I do think it's going to be annoying. It was a really annoying thing from what Jeff could do in Rivals with its ult. As far as I'm aware, this is not Jetpack Cat's ult. And then the other character that I've also not is the new DPS, who does have a new Empire skin, and from what I can tell, Vendetta's taken Talon from just being an association sort of thing, as underground but still causing problems, to full war. And I'm not the biggest fan of his design. I've never been the biggest fan of half cybernetic designs. Either go full cybernetic or don't, or make it more subtle. Like Genji's the skin that Genji wears during the Blackwatch shoots, I've never been a big fan of that for Genji because it looks kind of weird. Not as bad on Emira, but yeah, I do think his new Empire suit just looks a lot nicer. But getting to my favourite out of both of them, out of all of them, Aran. Guys, I've said it before, Freeper class. Hold on, wait a minute. No, Freya's classified as Recon. Wow, okay, guys, so for let's see, my DPS roster used to just be a case of Farah, and then I got really into good playing Reaper, and then slightly Sombra, but yeah, she's Recon even, not Recon, Recon. And for a good while, I was like, okay. But it's like, okay, yeah, from literally going based on the fact of, I like a lot of flanking characters. Reaper can teleport and strafe into battles. Bentella literally turns into can control it from a point, and then Aran is very similar. And I don't know whether I prefer, because her Jade weapons don't look too bad. And my biggest problem with Jade is it's just this kind of horrible emerald green. That it kind of looks cool, but Crimson Wolf looks a lot nicer. But I probably will go for gold. Although, guys, what I do hope Overwatch do decide to do, and it would be nice, because they've done it before, so it's still slightly annoying, but is if they do decide to go and say, because we have taken, essentially, and we don't know how many people would have had, we're going to give you the ability to get a few gold weapons. I'd be nice, because, guys, all honesty, I know exactly what I would do if I was given the position of, say you get 5 or 6 gold skin weapons. Aram 100%, and I think she's potentially going to be my next. Vendella, Freya, and Juno. I've wanted to get Juno's for a while, and Freya's, and Vendella's. I think potentially Mizazoon's would probably be on that list too, because I do quite frankly think that looks cool. And then I probably would catch up on a few mythic weapon skins I don't have. Also, guys, you have a difference between sides. There's also a bunch of factional challenges. And there is also a new story. It's a motion comic, though. Guys, I'm not going to replay the Reign of Talon because I literally showed it off in last year's video. I went through showing most of them off. Which I'm happy I did, because annoyingly, they've gone and got rid of a bunch of them. What I do honestly want Overwatch to do, and I think it'd be a very nice way of doing it, is take all the, because a bunch of them, like, take all the Overwatch ones they've done on YouTube, put them in here, so you have a way of doing it. And if not, if they don't want to do that, have a way that you can go from this page to, say, link to the Overwatch channel. Ah, okay, no, they're all still here. So you've got all those. That's coming soon, and then you've got the new ones. So you've got the prologue and the chapter 1. Now, guys, you do get basically things for basically completing so many. I think it's basically for completing daily challenges. I'm not 100% sure. I did join Team Overwatch, mainly because out of all the members of Talon, there's not actually that many members of Talon I do like anymore. Sombra, Reaper, and Widow left, which is 3 characters I enjoy playing. Vanello's now the leader, but then kind of liking the A run a bit more. Never been like Malga's just Malga, and then there's just Sigma, who has just kind of silently been in the background. Who I personally hope did just go with Sombra. Boyrit, not surprisingly, did stay, and I said this in the video. Mori's one of those cases where if you give her a good enough deal, will. Now, guys, I don't just completely hate the new menu. I kind of got way too used to the old one. But we are basically going to be going through the normal comp, open queue, and this is my first like competitive game this season. But overall, yes, I do like the new changes to Overwatch, and it does appear to be a very great season, and definitely something Overwatch needed. I'm still annoyed by the currency for getting gold skin weapons.
Choose your map.
No, guys, why? See, part of me would love for the ability of basically being able to, like you can with Mythic, which I don't know why they haven't. I wish there would kind of an option to basically buy currency for gold skin weapon, for like weapon skins, like.
Choose heroes to ban.
Now I know how annoying Jetpack Cat is gonna be. I believe May is still annoying. Oh, Diva and Doomfist and Reinhardt potential. See, I like the ban system. I do think it's kind of really too early to basically be predicting who's going to be annoying. Because of instantly chucking 5 new heroes into play, it changes up a lot. Also, guys, like I did predict 5 new heroes, I'm going to be at least able to play at least one of them. So you've got tanks, so you've got the Inferior, Bruiser, and then Strut. Stalwart, so stalling abilities. Specialist, Recon, Flanker, Sharpshooter, Tactician, Medic, and Survivor.
The fire in my heart will never burn out. They say work smarter, not
But yeah, so you do full on have
why not do both?
all that. Nah, see guys, the problem with introducing 5 new heroes is you've then got 5 new heroes for competitive that you do need to contend with. Like back when Vendetta was added, because she was only added last season. And like, I don't blame Overwatch for it going and being like, yeah, sure, we're gonna literally chuck 5 new characters. Looking at it and the fact of saying we're only gonna get 10 new characters this year. Part of me's like, okay, surely that's too little. But that's like one every, I think that works out as like one every season. But if seasons are about 2 months each, which they appear to be, it does make sense. But they are, also guys, for those who think Overwatch is going to keep up that 5 pace, they, like, the one new character each season, they're not. They are 100% not. And the reason I say they're not, and it's not like the fact that, like, I love playing Overwatch, But I know it's unrealistic to expect Overwatch to continue that same pace and give us great characters and balance. They've taken seasons, and we've had characters like we've had characters like Freya that are really cool and pretty decent. She took a couple seasons to get like to put together. Lightweaver took a couple seasons. Vendetta took a couple seasons. Also, I just know at some point they're going to be like, what can we do now? Like, guys, the difference between Overwatch and Marvel Rivals being able to essentially pump out new... Like, Rivals can pump out 3 or 4 new characters each season. Because they already have a basis, and they only have to come up with designs. And yeah, okay, how their powers work too, but they already have a basis. Like, take someone like Cyclops. They were going to add him, say, into Rivals. All they would have to do is go and be like, okay, so he has Optic Blast, so that can be his primary fire. One of his, like, his ult could just be him letting every blast out. He'd have a few, you know, abilities that just sort of benefit around that. Like, you just have a massive burst out for say his ult, and have like an ability that gives him a triple burst. That's sort of like a shotgun fire. But for Marvel Rivals, they have to then come up with some hero concepts. Like, they have to come up with the concept, they have to come up with the powers. Like, Overwatch have to do a lot more work to get the same result. But Rivals basically just have to go and be like, okay, so what name can we pick out the hat? Oh, Colossus, Cyclops. Ah, you know what, we can do an X-Men season. Because of how long Marvel have been out, DC would be in the exact same position. They could do multiple characters per season without too much of a fuss, because they'd have the characters there to do. Compared to Overwatch, where it's like, well, okay, so what new can we do? Because there are 3 different roles, and at some point you've got to go and be like, okay, so what, say... Okay, so take Soldier and Reaper, what makes them different? Okay, well, Reaper's a flanker. Okay, he has double shotguns, he can Wraith, teleport. Okay, well, Soldier, he has a rifle, he's more like a COD player. He has a Helix rocket, he has the ability to put down a heal pylon.
This ends now.
And you've got 2 different characters that just might seem similar. Oh shit, I didn't see them. But like, yeah, so like, you can... It gets to a point where you do actually... Overwatch will run into the simple problem of... what can we do that's new? Obviously, Rivals will run into that problem at some point too. Because it'll get to a point where... The idea is, okay, so, okay, why play this sniper when we can play this sniper? And, like, taking the 4 sniping characters in this game that function more like snipers, Hanzo, Ana, Ashe, and Widow, all 4 of them do something different. Hanzo uses a bow and arrow. Ana's a support character. Widow's more of a traditional sniper. Ashe can snipe. Widow has mines. Ashe has Bob. Widow, when uses her ult, she can see where everyone is. Ashe has Coach Gun. Widow is a traditional sniper. Ashe is more a scope. I have a scope, I can shoot long range. But you could define all 4 of them as snipers. You can take, say, the definition of Retcon and be like, okay, Sombra, she can go invisible, get to points, and, you know, find out everything. Genji, Freya, they all have ability-based movement and can get around very quickly, and without being seen. Same for Tracer. Now, one thing I would like Overwatch to do is have an option, because I don't know if it is, I doubt it is, of basically being able to see all the different roles, like all the sub roles within that role in the hero gallery. Just because it would be very much nice instead of basically needing to wonder what they were, because I didn't know what they were. I presumed for things like Diva, Doomfist, Wrecking Ball, I presume they were all just going to come under the subcategory of side categories. I need to get my ult just in case. Okay, yeah, I'm presuming they're going to introduce the equivalent of 50 Reinhardts with another 50 Mercies, with another 50 Annas, with another 50 Bastions when it comes to defense. And I say stupid numbers like that because if you get a Anna, Mercy, Bastion, along with an Orisa or Reinhardt who has a shield, and keep them all alive, and then nano boost that shit, you're generally going to have something that's unkillable at points. I did not know she healed. Okay, so Mercy. Okay, I'd say Mercy's being forced back up. Nope, that was Moira. On my side. Okay, so they've now got a hug point like living hell. So all we have to do is play a nice little game of scatter the enemy. Like I say, all we need to do is play a nice little game of Scatter the Hero.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
No, I was trying to say hello too, but fair enough. No, damn, I'm still good. Just over double my kill ratio for elimination, for deaths. But if I get 2 more kills, that equals out. And even then, only by 1. Okay, I was about to say that makes sense.
The fire in my heart will never.
I was looking and I saw Solution and I was like, Solution only having 1 kill? It's like, no, it's Mercy. It makes sense. She's a healer.
You and Juno have been doing a great job to make the new recruits feel welcome.
What can I say? It's all about curating the vibes.
I have my eye on you. Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enemy here. Enemy over here.
Do 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 do.
Enemy
Sorry, Tim, but you're not getting this one. Thank you, Murphy.
Careful, there's a sniper.
Yeah, literally being careful, there's another right above pointing. Widow's dollar. Should have anyway.
Fire under me.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Yahi parambasta viktahe. I'm on fire.
That makes it about the team a bit easier.
There, an enemy. Enemy sniper, watch out. Enemy over here. I'm on my game now.
That should not take as long as it did.
Moving the payload.
Just means to shows you instantly jump up in there. Yeah, no, Widow, you're not carrying on this game. No more sniping up, no more sniping us from a bloody distance. You can't hit me. Do, 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 do.
Heroes never die. Setbacks are just part of the process. My duty is being done.
Oh, let's break it.
Do, 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 do.
This ends now.
Ooh, what was that? We'll go for the Ignis
Let's
boost.
give this a try.
Sounds a lot more useful.
Keep it coming. Area denied.
Okay, I'm popping up left here with the enemy Widow.
Enemy didn't stay down. Let's fix that.
25 kills to 13 deaths. That's pretty good.
Not so fast. This ends now.
Okay, so you get 10 points for a victory. Not bad. Hold on, wait a minute. spray I think it was. It was! So, guys, basically, you have a Q and a pixel. What do I need to get for a pixel? A Q? But yeah, so I've now got a pixel, which I did not think I was going to get. Okay, so my predicted rank at the minute is Silver 5, which is pretty decent. Also, guys, today's stream will be longer than normal. Just because I spent like half an hour at the beginning talking. I mean, guys, I got a pixel when like, she officially came out. She's 100% my next new gold weapon. Now, I'd like to play her, but if I have to, I will play someone else.
Choose hero bands.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with Torbjorn, if I can find him. Wrecking Ball and Zarya. So support, fine.
Traveling to Mumbai. The fire in my heart will
But like that, like I
never
said, I was not expecting to get her pixel on day one. Like I've known people to get things like Qs and pixels when they've just come out. And I think it was Ash that they got on when Ash was released,
No one's a natural.
and it instantly became one of their mains. Yeah. See, for a good while, Reaper 100% my favorite in this game.
Not keep in proper company.
But I think there might be a new competition. Like, there's not been any character that sort of scratched my itch for a for essentially what Reaper does.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
But until now,
Shaping our defense. How dazzling.
how about that, Diva?
Set ablaze. Enemy over here.
Well, guys, I wasn't now. I'm not surprised the new heroes are instantly getting played.
Time to step up my training regimen. We are not letting them take the point. That's better.
Damn it. Also, guys, I'm saying this now so day one of official launch.
Nope. Let my form
Which is technically unplayable for the last, like, week. Like, from, like, the 10th. No. Today is the 10th. She's been, like, playable for, like, the last few days.
Make them regret getting back up.
But she was semi-limited, and we didn't, like, know much about her, and, like, all we saw was, you know, this. Oh, I almost nuked myself left. Although why I do think we don't necessarily, it wouldn't be the worst in the world to take a bit of a break from DPS characters. I do think Aaron could also potentially fit support. Although it does mean I will be playing a lot more comp.
Let them out.
I'm the cream of the crop.
Right. Damn it. I mean, I say damn it. I'm happy I activated all when I did.
The enemy is progressing. Hold them
Any other point would have got me killed by Bob twice. I didn't get some killed. Jeez.
Score 0-3. Switching.
I haven't hit my limit yet.
Yeah, I mean, I completely don't blame them.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
The fire in my heart will never burn out.
I mean, if I do turn anything from stream into short, it would hope that will become from this
Why
rank.
not do both?
Nice to know I went from having one great game to forming it one of my best I have in Overwatch, at least competitive for a while, to how the hell?
I'd better not catch any of you skipping your stretches.
One more mission, huh?
Okay, look.
I'm in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commence.
Enemy over here. Thanks for having my back.
Okay, so that did slightly get me some damage taken,
I'm taking the objective.
but I'm hoping to just trying to get their focus. I was able to get Diva and pull her back, and Diva is their only tank.
Enemy getting up.
Be alert.
Now they've lit a fire under me.
They really should have stayed down.
Helden sterben nicht.
I can take more than that.
Move up here.
Okay, well, I'm hoping for the enemy team win quick. Because, guys, I have seen some people basically decide to be like, so we're absolutely winning. That's annoying. So we're absolutely winning, we're just going to persona suffering more. Because all it takes is the enemy team to slightly slip up, give their opponents some time to, you know, come up with a plan and, oh look, let's start, oh, okay, we can't have that. And then absolutely go and obliterate them.
I'll do it properly this time. Bob, do something!
Okay, so the thing the round plan's not going to work. Yeah, but that's just taking the piss now. Just going to drop in new com people. Okay, I refuse to... Yeah, nice try. I say I refuse to end this game on a negative kill rate. I mean, a kill rate where I don't get a single kill, more specifically.
Rocket barrage incoming.
It might be 12 kills, it might be 12 deaths to 1 kill. The last will take the 1 kill.
Step right up.
Okay, so it's going to be false hope, isn't it? And guys, what I'm referring to as false hope is very simple. The enemy team slipping up slightly and then us being able to take game. More specifically, get so far to a point where we then start thinking, it's possible. It then does not become possible. Like, I'd rather not lose. Let's say, was I... How the hell was I managing to somewhat be effective with that?
You coming? There, an enemy. Okay, patched up.
Okay, so because I had smarts, my whole team died. Okay, apart from Farah. Okay, so the enemy Ash actually caught that. My God! This is painful.
Setbacks are just
Guys,
part
what
of
makes
the
this more
process.
painful is I'm back-to-back recording the next 2 nights. Like, I'm recording tomorrow night for a video for Thursday because I'm not because again Overwatch 2 because it's an Overwatch video like and this new season don't start today, like my only chance. And then recording Thursday for a video for Monday. mainly because it's basically the start, hopefully the start of Monster Hunter Rise, and that typically takes me a couple hours, and I'm not going to have a chance to pull on. Like, we're gonna have a minute. Like, and I mean, a minute at most. I mean, somehow I've managed to not have a completely negative case of, now it's only basically double. Like, 2 more kills and it would be under double. Okay, I have no idea how everyone actually heals. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, I've been trying to figure out how that she's actually been healing, because I've got 75 healing. I have no idea from where. I mean, we got pretty far. I call that a win.
Play of the game.
They were both, like, their Mercy was keeping their enemy team alive, and their Diva was doing so much of a job at eliminating everyone. It would be nice if I got into gold. I'm very much questioning whether I will. The funny thing is, I'm like 4 levels from being able to get the base skin for Mercy because of being overprepared by like 20 levels. Sure, I've had a win on Rialto today. I'm sure I can get another. Okay, the one person who votes for Queen, like, I always do find it funny for the one person who votes for a map. And it's like, and they're like, no, 11 other people have voted for another map. That's not, and it's like, yeah, you get your map. And it's like, at that point of which I feel like you should have just turned and been like, yeah, sure, we'll chuck them a bone. See, from what I can tell, Jetpack Cat is a lot more annoying than Live Stream, so I'm potentially going to have like one of those goes. Every time I've started Jetpack Cat to get banned, he has. Ooh, poor Zarya. Now, I did see 2 tanks and someone wanted to play support. That's just fate. Overwatch knowing it's like, yeah, we know for a fact you're going to want to. And guys, for what anyone does come in for playing only DPS for stream, 50, 48, 47, Kiriko, Diva, and Mercy. I literally had to boot Mercy out of my top 3. I could change it, would make sense.
Another one of Marzia's lackeys.
But someone did select, let's see, I'm pretty sure it's just because I couldn't play Zarya.
You're insulting me. No shoes.
Actually, that,
More than 50 of you.
Guess you can't buy.
that's the group. Oh, that person was from on my team last time. The guy was like, hold on, who did choose this map? But that one innocent person just like, I chose it. It's like, right, everyone hunt this person down. But like, guys, I do think it's funny how, like, personally, I know they trying to flank. 2 of them. I mean, I'm playing the flanker myself, so I'm not that surprised. Taking the route, making it, and Reaper to fizzle off. I take that as a win. Okay, now it's not.
We're in the lead, naturally.
Hey, we all make mistakes.
Retreat the robot.
I can take more than that.
I mean, to be fair, stream being longer today is kind of
The
justified.
robot is in my possession.
Because I typically do go for an hour, but like, I do also basically state I'm gonna play 3 games of comp.
Can't live without me?
So Reaper minus for evasion.
We must stop them.
Now guys, the other new DPS, I don't know whether he's similar to
I'll do it properly this time.
Soldier for the fact of basically being a soldier type character. But he did join Talon, and apparently threaded. Because like, Reaper, like 100% makes sense.
They push farther than us.
Just walks out. Like, I'm not that surprised that Reaper would be like, yeah, no, I'm not having nothing to do with Talon. Like, not when Vendessa's, you know, leading it. She's gonna send me to death. Like, she's just gonna come after me. Sombra, I can also, you know, make sense. She doesn't have many she doesn't have many things that I consider a decent person, but
Opticon perfect.
working for Doomfist is one thing. Working for someone 10 times worse is another. Also, Sombra typically likes to stay, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Her being part of Talon and everyone knowing that Talon's a threat now instantly makes her 10 times more likely to end up smashed as stupid. And then Widow is also another case, like, she stays in the shadows and eliminates people that way. If people start knowing about that shit,
We're gonna take that robot back.
I could have activated ult, but I didn't.
I still have a ways to go.
See, Aaron's ult is useful in 2 different ways. One, if you're at the point where it's like, I need to get back into point, you know, you've got the option. And 2, you can bullshit like that.
No slacking off. Even
But yeah, so it like does not surprise me how 3 people who typically like Reaper did not leave out of merit. He left because he knew his life would have been in danger. Even if it is out of merit, it's 100% like. Okay, so Vendetta would have come after him for the death of his father at some point. She went after Doomfist. I'm not that surprised that she wouldn't if Reaper wasn't on that list.
shake it off.
And she was able to take care of Doom for her. Sombra needs to sit in the shadows, and Widow works better when no one knows where she is. Moira given enough money will do anything for anything.
Making progress on
Like,
the
you give her
barricade.
everything that she needs, like lab equipment, the ability to experiment on people with no consequences. She's gonna be a case of an equivalent of a puppy. Or more specifically, a kid after you blackmail them with so much candy that they can't specifically say no.
There, an enemy.
But there are some members that I don't know what they, like, whether they're gaming talent or not. Like, Sigma wouldn't have much for an option,
One more time.
Nerf this.
but I don't think he would. Personally, it'd be a way to get away from Moira, and depending on how much against being experimented he is a debatable thing. Like, I know Reaper's pointed out more than once the fact of when Moira commented on the fact of, like, you know, it's working, it's like, you know, all good and that lot, and Reaper points like, you consider this good? And it's the fact of his fade basically playing up.
I haven't hit my limit yet.
Because I know it's Cassandra pointing out to her the fact that she shouldn't.
Serve my design. I'm on fire. Out of my way.
Although guys, one thing I do want to know is, if anyone can heal, you know, res herself with her ult, why can't Mercy use her res ability to do it? I would be perfectly fine with it if it would take like 45 seconds or a minute to, you know, before she can do it again.
Heroes never die.
But why can't she? If a DPS using their ult can do it, surely the person who just, you know, stays in contact with the ability of controlling people's life or death should be able to. But no, she can. Although I do think it would kind of be overpowered. And I do like kind of the fact that if anyone wants to use her to come back to life, it's going to cost her ult. Like, it's a case of Mercy has to wait 30 seconds before she can resurrect, and she's vulnerable when she does it. Everyone has to pay her ult to even attempt it. And I say attempted to do it because she does, but then the same situation when anyone gets res, you come back in a position where it's like, you're not 100% safe.
An enemy.
It's the burn. The annoyance, but kind of funny.
Time to step up my training regimen.
I mean, we're stopping them from pushing it all the way, but like, whether we're completely stopping them. Oh, that's another annoyance. Technically speaking, considering it's two different things, if Ash lands her dynamite on you and Aaron also, I think she can pretend, I think almost anyone, if they shoot it, does explode it. But either way, if you get ignited by Ash's dynamite, then Aaron sets you on fire. There are two sets of burns, which does mean double the trouble. She's a speed demon, so I do think potentially will end up getting nerfed. Like, how does one presume they're going to get nerfed, which I'll cover after this game, because I'll do it via the hero gallery. I'll go over all of them, and based on what I know roughly from the season, how I think this season's going to turn out.
Got the robot.
Because there are some characters that's like, for instance, Bastion's turret mode, for a good while, didn't really seem that, that bad. Yeah, he's mobile, but it's not too bad.
Stay with the robot.
But now you can put Jetpack Cat into the situation.
Never die.
They don't stand a chance.
I still have
We've
a ways to go.
almost won. Deal with them now.
火雨分天。
I am strong and powerful.
No! I was so close. But yeah, GG. When Overwatch decides to actually load. Thank you, Overwatch. Oh, hold on. But yes, a part of me did kind of like how they were like much bigger, but going through all the heroes, starting with support, what ones do I think will potentially be nerfed? For the most part, I will try and cover in small little batches. Kiriko, Juno, Wuyang, and Zen. I think for the most part they're fine. I think they'll probably get buffed at some point and then potentially get nerfed. But it's the same for most characters. For now, I think they're fine. Anna, Lucio, Bria, Baptiste, and Brig, along with Mercy, I think they're all fine. I think potentials, but I'm not 100% sure. Life Weaver, I think potentially, but I don't think he's that busted. And I find him annoying because I've had way too many pull me from situations where I'm not 100% sure whether I've been low or not. Mizua, I don't know that much. He doesn't seem that busted, but I wouldn't be that surprised. Again, Moira and Elari, I don't see so. I think so. I think they'll be fine. Jetpack Cat with the ability to basically pull almost anything. I think potentially at some point that will. May, Junkrat, Hanzo, Widow, and Venture. No, I think they're all going to basically be fine. Vendetta, I think 100% will at some point. She's strong already. I think she probably will be slightly nerfed. And I think it'll basically just be a case of her abilities potentially might take a bit longer to recharge. Tracer, Genji, Freya, Torbjorn, and Symmetra, I think will be fine. I've been saying for a while that Torbjorn's turret needs to be less accurate, but that's been since Overwatch 1, so again, very much doubt it. Emeron, I don't know that much about him. I've not tested him myself. Not 100% sure, so I wouldn't be that surprised, but I don't think so. Echo, Cassidy, Bastion, Sojourn, and Soldier. No, I think they'll be fine. Sombra, as far as I'm aware, has been, and this is not going to include anyone who has been nerfed or buffed currently, because I'm not 100% sure who has. But yeah, I think Sombra probably will, depending on what her current one is, but I'm not 100% sure. Reaper, Ash, and Pharah. No, they've all basically been very much similar to what they were in Overwatch 1, so I doubt it will change now. Aran, I'm hoping not, because she's really fun and cool to play now. And has been since she's come out, but again, wouldn't be 100% surprised. But same point, I don't know that much, but as a flanker, I think she's fine. Orisa, Malga, Wrecking Ball. I think they're fine. I see a lot of people ban Zarya, so I wouldn't be that surprised for that reason. Winston, Sigma, Hazard, and Jungle Queen. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna quickly mention now, I think Bastion potentially will, because of Jetpack Cat, but most of it is down to Jetpack Cat being able to pick him up. But yeah, those 4 I think are fine. The last 6. Doomfist, Roadhog, Reinhardt, Ramatra, and Diva. No, I think they're all basically fine. And the main, I don't know that much about the character, so I'm not going to say yes or no. Until I've had time to mess around with the new 5 heroes properly, I don't really want to comment on too much. I commented on Jetpack Cats because, from what I can tell, it's potentially going to be a problem, and people have been trying to find ways around it. And before I do, I just want to quickly share. Okay, so now you have, okay. Is Red Ribbon in the shop or something? 'Cause that looks cool. Battle Pass? I mean, it's I mean, I kind of do like it. Okay, so not in the Battle Pass. Then how the hell do I unlock that skin? Because it looks cool. Sometimes available in the shop. Okay, so it's, I'm presuming it's in the code and it'll become at some point. Okay. If it was in the shop now, I would have been able to purchase it, but it's not. I better say, never mind, but no, that's thinking. Also, Star Shooter for Juno is currently available. Prisms is, I want the, I mean, to be, no, it wasn't Prisms. I'm happy there's a way that you can. Maze Missing supposed to become halfway through the season, so depending on what that looks like, is a potential. And for an epic, I don't think that looks half bad, but I'm going to hold off. Before I end, I'm just going to quickly check this out.
Is that you? I can't believe it. How did you find me? How long has it been since...
What happened to you?
What? Oh no. Frey. This is...
Actually, you know what, guys? I'll leave that as a sneak peek. I'll show all that off in Thursday's video. As long as I remember. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed today's stream. And this is Tigris. See you next time. Bye.